I'm going to try to get this right here. Hopefully I'm not, like, misunderstanding or anything. I'm going to make this quick, too, because I do got to get into work here in a few minutes. But Clay Travis, who I guess is now into, like, politics. He's always on, like, Fox News and everything. And I'm not getting into politics on this video or nothing. But I guess he still does stuff with Outkick, and he, well, I guess that's his company. I don't know the whole deal with that, but anyway, he was on a show this week. I think it was The Next Round, which mostly covers, I think it's based in Alabama. I follow them briefly on YouTube. They're always talking about, like, Auburn and all them, but anyway, something came up where he was asked about Alabama and their recruiting and stuff and what was going on with, you know, what he saw for the Crimson Tide and everything like that. And again, I'm going to make this quick and to the point. Basically, Clay Travis said, and I quote from a Justin Smith article on Touchdown Alabama, he posted it on Twitter. He said, "I'm sure Alabama will improve these rankings by the fall," talking about the 2027 recruiting. "But the Tide has no money compared to the rest of the SEC, and it's why Saban bailed." There's a couple things wrong with this. There's a couple things right, too. I'm not going to sit here and say that Alabama has deep pockets. I'm not even going to pretend to know how much money they have. And honestly, I don't give a damn. I just want us to win. Do you need money to work in the NIL and the portal and get recruits and spending? And yeah, you need all that today. Are they a top spending team? Probably not. But they can't be at the very bottom. That's number one. Number two, the fact that that's why Saban bailed. Dude, that's not why Saban bailed. You're an idiot. Holy crap, dude. Well, Saban left because there's not enough spending money. No, it's not because he didn't have enough money. It's because you need the money anyway. He got out of there because of the NIL, because of the portal, because of all the changes and what you have to do today to just build a football team. It's not because he lacked the spending money. It's because of how it was transitioning to the point that you have to have it. He got out of there because of all the crap and all the changes in college football. He didn't leave because, I just don't have enough, all right? No, he said, well, eventually I'm not going to have enough, so if that's the way it has to be, basically I'm out of here. That's why Saban retired. Plus, he's like 73 years old. I mean, what the hell are we talking about, dude? Come on, man. Well, let me get some feedback in the comments here, by the way. What else could I say? Oh, he put it on Twitter. So Rivals had put out the industry team recruiting rankings for the SEC. A&M's at the top in 2027. This is per Rivals. Oklahoma number 2, and it goes on. But Alabama literally is at I don't know. I guess it's, let me look. 16. They're dead last at the moment. That's of June 17th. And so Clay Travis decides that he's going to quote on it, which, again, freedom of speech, all that stuff, I'm not taking it away. But he says, "I'm sure Alabama will improve these by the fall, but they have no money compared to the rest of the SEC, and that's why Saban bailed." The hell are you talking about, dude? What are we doing? God. Saban bailed because they don't have the money to do this and keep up. Shoot. The fact that you need the money today, which I will, like, openly honest, like, I'm not denying you need money to recruit. You got to. The fact that you need it, and it's a betting war and a betting race or whatever you want to call it in college football today because of this. That's why Saban left. It's not because he didn't have it, which maybe he didn't. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on this. He left because of how the changes in college football, and he just couldn't adapt. He couldn't keep up with it. You know, he has a saying, I don't know the whole quote, but he always would say, like, You know, the old feller, blah, 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 you know, they don't make them like they used to. That's why the old guy, like, you know, just doesn't hang around anymore. Something like that. I don't know what it is. Yeah. College football ain't what it used to be. He got out because of that. Oh my God, dude. And look, again, I don't hate Clay Travis or nothing. I like Clay Travis. You know, I'm not here ripping on him because, you know, I'm biased or anything like that. I listen to him on Fox News and stuff all the time, and he makes good political points at times. But this week and this quote was absolutely absurd, sir. I don't know. Y'all give me some feedback in the comments on this. Look, even if it was true, like, the part that gets me is that's why Saban bailed. No, he bailed because he's in his 70s and he's up in age. What are we doing? He's been coaching for 20 years. I mean, gosh, that's why Saban left, because he didn't have the spending money. No, he couldn't keep up with all the changes in college football. It was getting too much. Yes. He's also in his 70s, like, he just wants to be home with his family. Leave him be, man. What are we doing? I'm going to work. Y'all have a good Thursday. I love y'all. Roll Tide.